Hey everyone, this is Lucy, and in this video I'll be walking you through 5 beginner-friendly AWS Cloud projects. Now 2024 is the year of AI, so it's no surprise that most of these projects I'm about to share have some element of AI and machine learning in them. Employers are looking for candidates who don't only have a solid understanding of cloud fundamentals, but also an interest on the latest technologies. And so if you're looking for some fun cloud projects you can build in under 2 hours, this video is for you. I'd like to point out that all of these projects fall under the free tier, which means you won't be charged for any of the resources that you use, as long as you stay within the free tier requirements. The first cloud project is to build a daily task scheduler application using PartyRock. This platform allows you to create an application by simply describing what you want, making it a great choice for beginners looking to build AI applications. To get started, visit PartyRock's website and create an account. Select the build your own app option, and this will open up an interface for you to create your own application. Now, you might be wondering, what can PartyRock actually be used for? Well, as cheesy as it sounds, the possibilities are endless. You can create applications for your own personal use, such as a to-do list or a resume builder. You could also create an application for your workplace, such as a project management tool. With PartyRock, people have even built things like motivational quote generators and personality quizzes. If you'd like to learn how to build a daily task scheduler application, I've included a full tutorial in the description below. I've also created a guidebook with the complete step-by-step instructions to all 5 projects in this video, so feel free to check that out below as well. But yeah, here are the overall steps you'll need to build out the application. So start by entering a detailed prompt that describes the daily task scheduler application you envision. Make sure you're descriptive enough so that PartyRock can understand exactly what you want. Once you submit your prompt, the AI gets to work, creating an application that fits your needs. After the application is generated, you'll be introduced to the customization process. This gives you the option to add widgets like user input, static text, image generation, and even a chatbot. You could also change the design and layout of your application to meet your brand and personal preferences. Once you finalize your application, you can publish it and share it with others. The estimated time for this project is around 15 to 20 minutes, but of course, it really depends on how complex you want your application to be and how many features you'd like to add. The cost for this project is $0, since PartyRock is offering all its new users a free trial to their service. Alright, project number 2 is to build an image labels generator using Amazon Recognition. Now this project is another fun one because we'll be processing images and labeling them. For example, if you have a photo of a cat, Amazon Recognition will be able to identify what it is and label the image as a cat. As mentioned, I have the complete guidebook for all 5 projects in the description below, but here's the architectural diagram and the overall steps you'll need to take to build out this project. So the journey begins with setting up an Amazon S3 bucket, which will serve as the repository for the images you wish to analyze. Next, you'll create an IAM role and make sure that Amazon Recognition and S3 have access to each other. After that, you'll need to install the AWS CLI and write some Python code to use the detect labels option for images. And finally, use a Python library called matplotlib to visualize labels and add bounding boxes to items identified in the images. So this is the result of what one of your images could look like. You can see that Amazon Recognition could be used in smart surveillance systems to recognize and report suspicious activities or objects on the road. Other potential use cases involve identifying products in a store for inventory management, analyzing customer behavior in retail stores, and providing accessibility options for those who are visually impaired. As you can probably tell by now, Amazon Recognition is a pretty useful service that can be applied in a whole range of industries. So I definitely recommend building a project to get some experience with it and see it in action. This project will take about 20 minutes to build and falls within the free tier. Moving on to project number 3, this one is to develop a text narrator using Amazon Polly. Now, Amazon Polly is a service that turns text into speech, allowing any application to talk. This is great when you don't feel like reading something and just want to listen to the audio version. One example is converting a blog post into an audiobook. Here's the architectural diagram for the project and the steps you'll need to take. So firstly, find a piece of text you'd like to be spoken out. This could be anything from books and articles to newsletters and scripts. Next, create an AWS Lambda function that acts as a bridge between your text and Amazon Polly. After that, customize the voice on Amazon Polly to match the tone and style of your content by adjusting parameters like pitch and speed. Once that's done, all you have to do is retrieve the audio file generated by Amazon Polly and store it into an S3 bucket for easy access and distribution. Fourth cloud project to help you get hired in 2024 is to build a language translation bot. This project uses 3 AWS services: AWS Lambda, Amazon Lex, and Amazon Translate. So for example, if you want to translate a word or sentence into another language, all you have to do is type it into the chatbot and it would output the translation. Sounds straightforward enough, right? Here's the architectural diagram and the steps you'll need to take. Firstly, create a chatbot in Amazon Lex and define clear user intents. Next, specify phrases or utterances that users may say to interact with your bot. Once that's done, define slots within the intents, such as language or text, to capture the specific information needed for the translation. After that, we're going to need a Lambda function that takes the slot data to perform a translation using Amazon Translate. Then finally, we'll integrate the Lambda function back into the Amazon Lex chatbot and deliver the translation smoothly to users. Some potential use cases of an Amazon Lex translation bot include assisting businesses with communicating with international clients and helping travelers communicate with locals in different languages. But you might be wondering, why can't I just use a translation app that has already been made, for example, Google Translate? Well, the answer is that businesses often require customized translation services, especially when dealing with technical terms or industry-specific knowledge. By using Amazon Lex, you have the flexibility to tailor your bot to meet your specific needs. Overall, building a language translation bot not only showcases your knowledge in using AWS services, but is also a useful skill set for companies looking to build chatbots. This project will take you about 1 to 2 hours to build and can be done for free through the AWS free tier. The fifth and final project for today is to deploy a bucket list tracker application on AWS Amplify. This project, once you build it out, will help you keep track of all the things you want to achieve in your life. Now, you can see that the architectural diagram for this application looks a bit more complex than the other ones, and that's because we'll need multiple AWS services to build this application. The first step is to build a front-end application with React, focusing on user-friendly design and functionality that allows users to manage a bucket list items effectively. Next, initialize a GitHub repo and connect your local environment to GitHub. After that, use AWS Amplify to host your front-end and implement Amplify authentication to add features like login and sign up. Once that's done, develop a backend using AWS AppSync and GraphQL API for efficient data handling. You can integrate it with DynamoDB for data storage. And finally, deploy your application on AWS Amplify, test it out, and make any necessary adjustments. Like all the other projects mentioned, this one falls within the free tier. However, this final project may take you a bit longer to build, around 1.5 to 2 hours. And there you have it, 5 AWS Cloud projects to help you get hands-on, get hired, and advance your career. If you found this video helpful,